Hi friends, the other day I explained to you the meaning of Arudas and the way to cast Aruda Chakra or Aruda chart. This is the second lesson wherein I will explain to you what is the meaning of Chara Krakas and how to identify the Chara Krakas in a given chart. This is the example chart we have considered the other day. See, the date of birth is 8/9/1949 at 20 hours 5 minutes near Kakinada of Andhra Pradesh in India. So here we will now tell you the degrees or the longitudes of the planets in this horoscope. Here Pisces is the ascendant and Rahu and Moon are there in the ascendant. Then Pisces, Mesha, Vrishabha, Midhuna and Karkataka. There is Mars in Karkataka. After Mars there are Saturn and the Sun in Simha. Then in Kanya there are Mercury, Ketu and Venus. And in Dhanus there is Jupiter. Only one planet in Dhanus. Now we will consider the longitudes of the planets, the degrees of the planets. Here in the Lagna, Moon is in 5 degrees and 32 minutes. Here we will avoid Rahu and Ketu. We will consider the longitudes of the remaining 7 planets. So Moon is on 5 degrees and 32 minutes. Mars is on 7 degrees 44 minutes. Saturn is on 17 degrees 11 minutes. Sun is on 22 degrees and 27 minutes. Mercury is on 19 degrees and 18 minutes. Ketu is on 25 degrees and 2 minutes. Venus 22 degrees 37 minutes and Jupiter again 29 degrees 22 minutes. Now we will arrange the planets in the descending order of their longitudes. In the descending order of their longitudes. First we will write the planet with the highest longitude, the next highest, the next highest and so on, and the last the planet with the least longitude. Here if 2 degrees have the same degrees of longitude, then we will consider the minutes also and decide which is to be counted first. Then here Jupiter is on 29 degrees and Venus also is on 29 degrees. Then who is to come first? Now consider minutes also. Jupiter is on 29 degrees and 22 minutes and Venus is on 29 degrees and 37 minutes. So Venus is with a higher longitude. So we will write Venus first. Then we write Jupiter. Then third, Sun is 22 degrees and 27 minutes. No other planet is on 22 degrees. So third planet is Sun, who is on 22 degrees and 27 minutes. Then the fourth planet is Mercury. He is on 19 degrees and 18 minutes. Then the fifth planet is Saturn with 17 degrees and 11 minutes. Then the sixth planet is Mars, who is on 7 degrees and 44 minutes. And the seventh planet, that is the last in the list, is Moon, who is on 5 degrees and 32 minutes. Now the planet with the highest longitude, including degrees and minutes, is Venus. Venus is on 29 degrees and 37 minutes. So he is called Atma Karaka. Atma Karaka is Venus. He is called AK in an abbreviated form. The second planet is Jupiter according to the longitude. He is on 29 degrees and 22 minutes. He is called Amatya Karaka or AMK. AK Venus, AMK Jupiter. Next, the third in the order is Sun, who is on 22 degrees and 27 minutes. He is called Bhratru Karaka. Bhratru means brothers. Bhratru Karaka BK. The fourth planet in the list is Mercury, who is on 19 degrees and 18 minutes. He is called Matru Karaka or MK. Then the fifth planet in the list after Mercury is Saturn, who is on 17 degrees and 11 minutes. He is called Putra Karaka. Putra means sun. Putra Karaka or PK. Then the sixth planet in the list is Mars, who is on 7 degrees and 44 minutes. He is called Jnati Karaka, GK, or the sixth Karaka. Then the last in the list is Moon, who is on 5 degrees and 32 minutes. So he is called Dara Karaka, DK. These 7 Karakas are called Chara Krakas. Chara Krakas. Chara means, in one context we say Chara means movable, like Chara Rasis, Sthira Rasis and Dvasvabhava Rasis. There Chara means movable. Here Chara means flexible. Opposite rigid. Fixed and flexible. Here these are called flexible Karakas, and there is another set of Karakas called Sthira Krakas. So I will explain you the difference. In Parashara system we have Karakas like Jupiter is the Karaka for money, children. Sun is the Karaka of government, father. Moon is the Karaka for mother, mind. Mars is the Karaka for brothers and land. Then Venus is the Karaka for wife. Mercury is the Karaka for knowledge. Saturn is the Karaka for profession and servants, like this. So these Karakas are Karakas in every horoscope. These are the same Karakas. In any horoscope, in any given horoscope, whatever may be the Lagna or whatever may be the degrees of the planets, these Karakas are the same. So in any horoscope in Parashara system, Jupiter is the Karaka of wealth and children. So that is why they are called Sthira Krakas or fixed Karakas. Here on the contrary, in Jaimini, these Karakas differ from horoscope to horoscope. So in this horoscope, as Venus is in 29 degrees and 37 minutes, we call him Atma Karaka. In another horoscope, Venus may be on 5 degrees or so. Then he may come in the 6th place or 5th place in that horoscope. So there Venus becomes another Karaka, not Atma Karaka. So these Karakas in Jaimini, they change from horoscope to horoscope according to their longitudes. That is why they are called Chara Krakas or flexible Karakas. Now I will tell you the significations of these Karakas. What do these Karakas represent? For example, Atma Karaka. Atma, you know, Atma is soul of the individual. Atma Karaka is like Lagnadipati. He is like Lagnadipati. If Atma Karaka is well placed in the horoscope, he lifts the horoscope to a great height. If he is well placed means, if he is in exaltation, or he is aspected, or he combines with an exalted planet, then we say he is well placed. He is with some strength. So that horoscope has where the Atmakaraka is well placed, the horoscope is a strong horoscope, and the horoscope gets strength on account of the strength of the Atmakaraka. Then Amarcha Karaka. Amarcha means minister. Amarcha in Sanskrit means minister. So what does this Amarcha Karaka signify in a horoscope? Amarcha Karaka signifies position, profession, status. If Amarcha Karaka is well placed, the native will enjoy his profession. He will settle in a good profession, well placed, and he earns much. He earns respect, reputation, etc. He is called Amarcha Karaka. The third one is Bhratru Karaka, BK. Bhratru means brother. So Bhratru Karaka are the third Karaka in the order. He represents siblings. Then the Karakatwas are the significations of the third house, namely drive and initiative, independent thinking, brothers. Then performing arts. Performing arts means the arts which are performed on the stage, like dance, drama, music, animation and designing, etc., etc., even mimicry. All these fine arts are represented by the third Karaka or the Bhratru Karaka. Then the fourth one is Matru Karaka, fourth Karaka. What does the fourth house represent in a horoscope? It represents mother, land, house, etc., etc., comfort, luxury, etc. Then he is called Matru Karaka. The significations of Matru Karaka are house, land, mother, etc. Then the fifth Karaka is Putra Karaka. Putra Karaka signifies children. Not only children, he signifies intellect. Fifth Karaka signifies education. Fifth Karaka signifies power. So fifth house in a horoscope generally denotes children, intellect, education, power, then knowledge, etc. The sixth Karaka is called Jnati Karaka. He is like the sixth lord in the horoscope. Sixth lord signifies, what does he signify? He signifies loans, debts, then disease, maternal uncles, etc. So Jnati Karaka represents maternal uncles, debts, disease. Then last one is Dara Karaka. Dara means wife. Dara Karaka signifies all the significations are Karakatwas of seventh house. Seventh house signifies wife, marriage and marriage related aspects. Then seventh house also represents a very important one. Seventh house is fourth from the fourth. Seventh house is 10th from the 10th. So fourth house represents house. Then fourth from fourth also represents house. So seventh house also represents house. Then 10th house represents profession. 10th from 10th is 7th. So seventh house also represents profession. So in Parashara Hora, the Karakatwas or significations of the seventh house include Pada Prapti. Pada means position. Pada Prapti means acquiring position. So these are the significations of the horoscope. One important point now we have to consider is, you see Atmakaraka. Atmakaraka is Venus. Venus is in Kanya on 29 degrees and 27 minutes. Now, where does this Venus take place in Navamsa chart or D9 chart? So, if you know D9 chart, the 29 degrees 27 minutes in Kanya goes to the same Kanya. So, Venus will be in Bhargottama. In D9 chart or Navamsa chart also, Venus will be in Kanya or Virgo. So, that sign which is occupied by Atmakaraka planet in the Navamsa chart is called Karakamsha. Karakamsha. You mark that Karakamsha in the Rasi chart. So, if you mark Karakamsha in the Rasi chart, it is called Karakamsha Lagna or KL. KL means Karakamsha Lagna. So far, we have learnt three important reference points, as we call them. One is Arudha Lagna. The other day we have learnt what is Arudha Lagna. It is an important reference point. Then in the previous lesson we learnt Upapada Lagna also. That is also a reference point. The third important reference point is Karakamsha Lagna, which I have explained to you just now. These three are important reference points in Jaimini Astrology. What are those reference points? What do they indicate? For example, from Arudha Lagna, if a planet is there in the second house from Arudha Lagna, if a planet is there in the fourth house from Arudha Lagna, if there is a planet in the seventh house from Arudha Lagna, so like this results are given. So Arudha Lagna is one reference point, important point from where the position of planets is discussed. That is Arudha Lagna. The second one is Upapada Lagna, or we call it UL. UL Upapada Lagna. Arudha Lagna is AL, Arudha Lagna. Upapada Lagna, we have three important aspects to be discussed from Upapada Lagna. One is wife, marriage and marriage related issues. The second one, children. The position of children also, the issue of children also is discussed from Upapada Lagna. Then brothers and sisters. So these three aspects are discussed from the reference point Upapada Lagna. The third one is Karakamsha Lagna. From Karakamsha Lagna we discuss education, profession, then public image, etc., etc., diseases, so many other things are discussed from Karakamsha Lagna. Here these may be viewed like this. Arudha Lagna is a reference point wherein aspects relating to the individual, personal problems, personal issues, wealth, Rajayogas, wealth and Rajayogas. Then Upapada Lagna, wife, brothers, children, that is family. So Arudha Lagna is the person, Upapada Lagna is family, then Karakamsha Lagna is profession, education, etc. How the world looks at you, how the world looks at you. So these are the three aspects of an individual. All the three are discussed from the horoscope using these three reference points.